This is the EMG Podcast. Welcome. Another edition of the EMG Podcast. We've got somebody listening live. We're in the fishbowl, but they're not. They're outside.
You can't see her. She's cute.
Some friends coming for a client event, and you know what? Today is a special day for me. Today's a very special day for me. If you are a fan of, let's say, 90s hip-hop or even early Eminem, we got Remy Martin, real name, no gimmicks.
Hey, in the house. How are you, friends?
Oh, everybody, nice big round of applause for Remy.
Please.
Oh, come on. There's one person listening live right now. Oh, she got her hands full. We're doing okay. We are coming to you live from the Experience Center here at Elegant Music Group's headquarters. And like I mentioned just a moment ago, we have a powerful voice, a powerful force, a powerful man, if you will. He is 50% of the front end of CityScape in the Park Avenue Horns. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to introduce Mr. Remy Martin.
Hey, y'all. He's making a black man blush, but I love it.
I do my best. It's you're adorable no matter which way it goes, blush or no.
Thank you.
So, Remy, thanks for joining me today. I know you're pulling double duty. We have another client event this evening.
Another one around town.
Yeah, it's great. We have a nice turnout so far. I'm counting a bunch of heads. Come on over, guys. Get some champagne.
Come listen.
Pick up some headphones. We are here.
Yeah.
I'd also like to say hello to everybody out in social media land.
Hey, social media. We see you out there. Make sure you follow, like, and share.
Follow, like, and share. You can find Remy's hashtags.
Oh, yeah. On Instagram, official.RemyAMartin. Same on TikTok as well.
Fantastic. And he'll be linked through, obviously, the EMG podcast. We're going to do just kind of a, hey, how you doing today? A little getting to know all about you, if you will.
I love it. I'm down.
Fantastic. I'm going to start off. Give me the elevator pitch. Give me the 30 seconds of how you landed here at EMG.
Well, the story is much longer than 30 seconds, but here's how we're going to break it down. I went to school, went to college at St. John's University, met Mike's wife. Hey, Tony, hey, girl, love you. And in our experience with the gospel choir together, we wound up coming into the start of CityScape, moving into EMG. And now here we are today, sitting with Matty G. Bam.
Just so everybody knows, the G in EMG is not the G in Matty G.
Just to clarify.
That's me. I'm DJ Matty Group.
Yeah.
That would be fantastic.
I think that's fitting. Yeah,
I like it. I'm the size of a group these days. We'll get there.
Little known fact though, he's about a quarter of that. No, stop. You're looking cute.
Thank you. You so as always. So you got to EMG obviously through the voice. The singing, the enjoyment of it, and of course a friendship with Tony Ann, who you will all know from also doing some EMG gigs and being around. She is definitely a force to be reckoned with as well.
Indeed.
So basically, you had your love of music while you were going through school. Where did that cultivate for you? Did you come from a musical family? Have you always been musically inclined?
What's interesting is I actually do come from a musical family. On mom's side, I have a lot of different uncles, aunts, and otherwise that were always singers, instrument players of some way, some form. However, I was a late bloomer. I grew up in church. I was always around singers and all different types of things, but I was never really interested in being in the forefront. Okay. And it wasn't until like my junior year of high school where I auditioned for a musical. And I didn't want to do it. My friend said, you have to. You've been in band all these years. We want you to do this with us. And it was Damn Yankees. Shout out to Islip High School. And he said, well, are you prepared? I said, no, but I'm going to sing Happy Birthday. I hit a few notes. I finished. And he was like, where have you been all my life? I don't know, sir. In hiding.
Wow. So all the way up until high school, most of the people I knew that have gone on to do things that are creative started even pre-high school. The people that have gone on to make this a career, a future, started early. So, I mean, you came from a musical background. You've got a lot of musical support, and you got started late in high school, I'm sure. The director was super excited.
He loved it.
I was part of all the productions in my high school on the back end, but I was part of those productions as well. And I know that when there's a person with your capabilities in school and they're not part of the play, the other people would get pretty upset.
Yeah, he gave me that energy when he looked me up and down and said, why did you wait until March to come here and sing us Happy Birthday? Where you been? Sir, I'm finding myself. It's okay.
So you were quite late into your junior year when you got going.
Yeah. So like I said, I didn't even want to be involved in the show. We'd heard about it all year long. And a few of my friends that were in our chorus group, actually, they said, well, we heard you. you have to come into the show. So reluctantly, I just popped on in. Not prepared, but I made it.
Now, did that shape any of your future immediately? Did you have aspirations to go one way or another with college that you might have made a left on once you got into this?
Absolutely not. So we did the show. I loved the show, and I was ready for that to be that because I only did it because they asked so much. I enjoyed it though, but it wasn't until the next year where I actually left that high school and returned to my hometown of Central Islip. Difference, Islip, Central Islip. Hey, Long Island. And then is when I really got connected with choral music, you know, all of that good jazz. Free promo.
Yeah, just for you guys. Those listening live are getting a bonus here.
I'm silly. But it wasn't until that director, shout out to Mr. Anthony, where he really showed me what the craft is about. And from a choral perspective, it's not what I was used to. It wasn't like in church where I would listen to down south home gospel. It wasn't what I'm used to with my friends, hip hop, R&B, smooth soul, all of that. To have that training in that kind of way and for him to really be so serious about his work, it made me realize there's something in there for me.
Excellent. It usually does take somebody like that to pull that out. So you had said your alma mater, St. John's. What was your experience like there? Now, I've been there in recent years to see some productions that you've been a part of. However, what was that first round of college like? Did you start to find yourself at that point? Did you have that confidence?
Plot twist. I went to school for pre-med. Toxicology. Any toxicologists listening? Oh my goodness!
And ladies, in the back. We have two ladies listening live. Toxicology.
She's like, nah, I'm just gonna get my drink. I don't know what you're talking about. It's fine. Hey, girl, we see you. So I went to school for pre-med. I was driven. I wanted for a long time to be an anesthesiologist. That changed. And when I got there, though, I was craving what I was missing from high school. That real full round sound, robust, amazing music. And I had to find something that could at least bide my time to make me not go crazy about pre-med. And I landed in our gospel choir, Voices of Victory, at St. John's University. Shout out to Nigel Gretton.
Now, was that your freshman year that you found that?
Freshman year.
And how long did you continue that for?
I'm still in it now.
Fantastic. Okay, so 2, 3, a couple of years. Just at
least a couple.
3.5?
Yeah, we're reaching out for a decade. Damn.
Nothing wrong with that. When you find something you love, and especially if somebody's going to nurture that, good for you.
Very true.
I mentioned before that you are 50% of the front end of the incredible Cityscape and the Park Avenue Horns. You've been doing a lot of shout outs. You want to shout out the other 50%?
You know what? Let's do that. So tonight, for anyone that might get to previews, we have myself, Michael Paul, Michael Carleo, bass and guitar, and we have Steven on drums.
Steven's drumming.
But we cannot have Cityscape without the queen, Samantha Gambuza. Hey, Sammy G.
Hey, Sammy.
And that is another voice right there. Just wait. And we also have the Park Avenue Horns.
Correct.
Mr. Gabe Gilch and Mr. Adrian on saxophone. And all of us together, we have such a wonderful, wonderful time for the last almost 6 years now.
It's amazing how fast that time has gone. I remember when Cityscape first became, and it was a changing, I hate the phrase game changer because it's very overplayed these days.
Yeah.
But it literally was. It took us to a much different level.
It's true.
That full feel. How did you go about building a relationship with Sammy? You guys seem to me, now I get to see you guys together before the wedding, during the wedding, after the wedding, in the office, at EMG events that are for us. Yeah. And you guys have a very brother-sister relationship.
We clicked instantly.
So it was fast.
Instantly. Excellent. You know, when you have a talent even for yourself, you always want, and you're in a new environment, you want to be able to go into a place where you feel secure, but you also have that room to kind of expand your own wings. Sammy had only gotten into the group maybe some months before I did. Mm-hmm. So we were both expanding wings at the same time, but having a robust history of our own.
Right.
So we kind of nurtured each other. Her style is very different from my own, but we got to find a ways how we can kind of become one. And we did.
Yeah, meeting in the middle is never going to hurt, especially with the two different styles, because between the two of you and Mike with a little bit of every now and again, Mike, it's funny to the hip hop sections are coming out. Saw Paul's on the mic.
And he's rapping.
Oh, he's going
and he's
off.
Sick. He's really good at it. He wants to sing too, but he's not working on that one.
We'll get him out there. We'll get him out there. If we're going to put Matt Wayne up, we can get Mike Saw Paul out.
Very true.
So do you think it might have helped the two of you both being kind of transplants in, as opposed to having both started there, or one starting and one coming in?
I think that it was divine intervention.
Okay.
It was meant to be the way it flowed out. And because of our backgrounds, we're both teachers. We both really care about the work we do, A-type, So to be able to, have a person that understands when you call them in the middle of the night, wondering what harmony they're going to sing and what one you're going to sing, and you both had the same question at the same time,
sure,
you'll know what that relationship is like. Hey, Sammy, love you.
That is absolutely fantastic. You actually just said something that kind of brought up another thought. And it's a question that, the upper management asks an awful lot. If you go to any of our web pages, you'll see that each person kind of has a short blurb to answer this question. But I've got you in a slightly more long format coming off the hip. What is it about doing this that you love? Why do you love being a part of not just Elegant Music Group, but people's weddings day to day?
Okay, so I'm going to literally tell you the truth here. I love the food. Thank you, Cocktail Hours. You're amazing. But on a serious note as well.
Absolutely.
We love to be able, I like to be able to be a part of making a moment, right? To be able to create a vision, or at least be a part of someone's vision,
yes,
and implement that is something special. This is the wedding's big day. Your bride and your groom. Okay. So to be able to have us just to be as simple as singing that first dance, and to see, or see a father-daughter dance, the dad is crying his eyes out. I'm crying on the side too.
I'm a huge, I cry at like 75% of my weddings.
For anyone that's, we've got you booked. If you know you're a crier, just please have tissues for me too. I'm a mess.
And don't make eye contact with us. Be in your moment.
Do
Because
not
if
look
you're
at me.
crying and you look at me, I'm gonna like snot. It's not a cute cry. I'm an ugly cry at your wedding.
Absolutely. No, I can't do it. But I love it. It's really the heartstrings. To be a part of that moment is something special.
Absolutely. And I'll agree with the food.
Yeah.
Especially those cocktail hour foods, most of these venues.
Yeah, friends, do not forget about your vendors. We love to eat.
So if you had to give up one of them, would you give up cocktail hour, or would you give up sit down dinner?
Dinner's
Goodbye. Gone.
Get out. We do not need you.
No.
Cocktail hour is where it's at.
Now, you do a lot more performing than I do. I'm a DJ. I'm behind my console. My hands go up in the air, and I'll get excited every now and again. But you're out, you're running around, you're getting down, you're doing splits and backflips.
Yeah.
The things I've seen have been absolutely amazing.
Gotta stretch.
Do you sit down for dinner during this, or do you find that kind of slows you down, gets in your way?
You know what? It really all depends on the flow of the event, right? Every venue is different. The venue staff is different, which could dramatically affect your day. Check in with your venue staff. But usually by the time it gets to dinner, that's the moment where we sit down, refuel, get some more of that energy in, and then we turn it right back up when we get on stage.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Taking hitting a reset button will help more than you can imagine. I deal with a lot of couples personally, and they're like, oh, we want 10 straight hours of dancing at the end. And
what? We're not robots.
But
we
I
love you, though.
Like, do you go to a nightclub and dance for 4 straight hours? You go to the bar.
Somebody might.
You use the some people do, but usually they've had something else from cocktail hour.
Yeah. Help yourself. Okay.
Fantastic. Hey, we have Johnny Bones visiting us. Shout out to the Johnny Bones team.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of dance moves, he's got some killer ones, too. You'll see that if we book him for your wedding.
Oh, Johnny Bones on percussion. Let me just say, fireball, you only need the first part of that word.
Yeah.
It is straight fire when it comes. I love what you do, because you have, I don't even want to call it choreography. I've never really seen you do the same stuff twice.
Yeah.
But you do have dance moves. You do get excited. You do go out with the couples and the clients and the guests and the vendors and everybody. Have you always had that bug? You came from the musical family.
Yeah.
You had the church background. Was this something that came naturally to you, or did you have to learn one to keep up with the other?
Good question. I've always been hyperactive. I'm an only child. And I had always had to make fun for myself. So if I'm in an environment that's already fun, you just let a kid in the candy store. So I'm going to want to dance. If the beat is feeling it, I'm going to move. I got to do it.
the beat does move. That is the nice thing. That's what I love about everybody that gets married at EMG, because we have all the bands and DJs play everybody's wedding. So I might not be able to come to person X's wedding and hear Cityscape, but I get to hear him every time somebody here gets married.
That's true. And we've had now where there's a couple that had like 5 or 6 friends, and we've each done their wedding, and now we all get to party 6 times over. Loved that. That was great.
That I do like when that builds, you know, when you're out and you form a connection with a couple, and then maybe even you form a connection with one of their friends at that wedding. Then you get to see their relationship blossom, and you end up being part of their big day. It's a nice transition.
The circle of life, if you will.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just gonna hold the little lion up over. I'm not gonna try to hit the notes. I have you here. There is no way I'm gonna pretend to sing on this.
Shabanya, book EMG.
Wow. You know, all of a sudden I want to book EMG. I don't know what happened there. Subliminal stuff. You know, we touched on a lot of things, especially the first dance. But let's take the first dance out of it. When there's a wedding that you're incorporated in, whether it's you doing vocals or you with the full band, whatever it might be, what's your favorite part of the wedding that you're a part of?
I think my favorite part is just after dinner. That second set, for some reason, always hits different.
Yeah.
The sound feels better. Everyone's ready. They've drunk enough, you know. Everyone's loosey-goosey. I've refilled. My favorite time.
What is your favorite part of a wedding that you are not incorporated in?
Ooh. So with weddings where I'm a guest, I'm always thinking that this is the weirdest experience, because I'm so used to being on the opposite side. I can't help but think with my opposite side brain. So I'm looking, and I've had lovely friends that had lovely events, but they're not EMG events. And when you're not in an EMG event, anything can go and happen. And it may not always be what you expect it to be. I'll say it like that.
Okay. Maybe good, maybe not so good, but it's just maybe unexpected.
Maybe ratchet. Who knows?
No, that is definitely a nice thing. That confidence you get with the EMG. We'll take the ratchet right out, unless you want it. I mean,
we can get ratchet. You don't want to see that on camera, though.
Maybe? I really think they do. Yeah, I really think they do. I don't know.
We'll save that for the after hour podcast.
You were my warm up set last time. We had a client event. I got some tracks and hopped on the decks just to warm up the room for no reason. Most people weren't even here yet, and it got a little dirty for a little bit.
Just a little spicy.
Yeah, took us back to the old days. So when it comes to your big day, the event is finally here. You've got the music in check. You've had your practice with the band. You guys have gone through your music, through the playlist, through the specific songs.
Everything.
What's your morning like? What's your headspace before you arrive? Because I've seen you guys. You are the best machine I've ever seen. This band, I'm looking at the camera. For people that are watching on social media, this one's for you. For everybody who's listening, I apologize. They are the best oiled machine I've ever seen. Everybody works. Nobody sits. When Sammy was pregnant, she would wrap wires in the seated. Well, I said nobody sits, but you know what I mean.
Right.
I've seen a ton of other bands where the lead singer walks in with just a microphone, if even, and it's like, oh, we're here.
No, we all have our part, because at the end of the day, everyone wants to go home. Also, plot twist, I am only just now moving to New Jersey, so I had to drive back to Long Island. But when you really love something, you do what you need to do.
Absolutely.
Right? So we all have our piece, and we get out in a flash if we're all working together. But, you know, as far as preparing for the day, I have a very strict routine for myself, because I need to make sure that if I'm singing, I want all those notes to come out the way I want them to.
Sure.
Right? So no caffeine. You can't do coffee, those kind of things, right? Dries out the vocal cords. And also, as a science teacher, I understand how the body works. So I have like that extra layer on top of knowing how to care for the instrument inside of us, because it's in our body.
Yes, it is.
We don't get to just pick up a trumpet and go. We've got to take care.
So with that taken care, I know that you're on the same bandwagon I'm on. I'm sure you might have been part of it. Sammy, we are calling Sammy out a lot on this one.
She's just the GOAT. I love it.
She absolutely is. And you know what? I also took a yoga class at her studio last night.
Yoga.
7 o'clock, hot yoga.
Visit Indiegogo Yoga, Caldwell. But this is about EMG today. We love you, Sammy, but yeah.
Absolutely. Sammy got me turned on to the throat coat. And that is just the... I like to 2-bag. I throat coat the lemon echinacea. And then I add in a caffeine-free mint.
Ooh, let me tell you how I spice mine up. So throat coat never leaves the house without when I'm going to perform. I need it. I need it.
I have to go in my truck.
Okay, but there's these instant ginger crystal packets. Ginger will change your life.
Yes.
Natural anti-inflammatory for those friends that have the bodily issues, but it works great for the vocal cords too.
When I was having troubles a couple seasons ago, Sammy gave me some of the
Ginger juice?
Yes, absolutely.
She put me under the ginger juice, and I've never went back.
It's amazing when people think about, hi ladies, how we doing? It's amazing when you think about it. You know, a lot of people look at some of the weird things that we do.
We're crazy.
And you just mentioned it. You're keeping your instrument in tune.
Exactly.
I don't play an instrument. I don't sing, but like, you know, certain things. I'm a pedicure guy.
Yeah.
I got to take care of my feet. I'm standing 8 hours on a clip in the exact same spot.
You got photos on your hands. They can't look ratchet. You gotta make them nice.
No. Manicure is on me. I do the manicure.
We've got a DIY man here.
Well, just up top, I get the pedicure.
Okay, I get both.
It's the same
I'm lazy.
thing. Well, that's going to come up in our rapid fire questions. So now I know. If anybody misses the beginning of this, we're going to recap in just a little bit. Right before we go inside, hi again. Right before we go inside, we're going to do some rapid fire questions. So I hope you're ready. These are going to be no thinking, just going.
Oh, God.
And they are coming from everywhere. And for those of you watching, you can tell by this, some of them are food and drink oriented, believe it or not.
I love to eat. Okay.
Absolutely. Same here. So what other things do you do to take care of your instrument? Obviously, the throat coat helps. You seem exceptionally fit. Are you a runner? Do you work out? How do you keep your wind?
None of those things.
Really?
You know,
this is natural.
This is natural. I really am thankful for genes. Thank you, Mom and Dad. You know, it works out really well. I eat whatever I want. All of the time. It's really a mess. However, though, I do have, particular diets. Like, I don't eat a lot of red meat on a regular basis. You know, I do love a good steak here and there. I just had a steak quesadilla, so I'm going to go ahead and take that back for now. But I do keep, I think the activeness, I'm usually like to be in all parts of the world. I like to have silos, and I like to keep everything fresh. And because I'm so active, I think that natural movement is what helps, keep the magic.
So you're not staring at your watch doing your 10,000 steps. You're just living your life and it works.
That would be a Michael Carleo.
We all have the same watch, and pretty much everybody I know has no clue how many steps. I think that's a 20s thing. Like, oh, I got to get my 10,000 in. Meanwhile, you get to your 30s and your 40s and you're like, I got to roll out of bed today and make sure I get to work.
Exactly. It's like, actually, I'm calling out. I'm tired of them. Yeah. If you're watching, I'm not. I'm just kidding.
Well, that's the other thing that people don't realize. We have to stay fit and sharp. Obviously, you get the flu, you get COVID.
Yes.
So things like that happen. You fall and break an arm, things out of scene, but we don't have your standard paid time off that other people have.
That's true.
When you're scheduled to work, you work.
Right.
And I know that your band being as fun as it is and as successful it is, you work quite a bit.
Yeah. I think what really locked in it for me was the year after the pandemic. Like, it was like 2020, everything was off. 2021, everyone started to wake up a little bit, and 2022, it slammed.
Ooh.
Every weekend, one week we had 6 weddings, like Wednesday through Sunday. Oh God. It was great though. We had fun, but oh God.
That's an awful lot, because I've had a few weekends like that. I don't think I've ever done a straight 6-pack of weddings.
Yeah.
I've had, corporate, wedding kind of thing. But that's an awful lot of singing.
Wedding. And we were doing it all of the singing. So in those kind of times, it requires extra diligence on making sure that your body is in full care. Rest, water. Oh God, the water.
The water.
Drink water. It's the best. H2O is the best molecule in the world.
I take a giant 64-ounce Yeti full of water to every party, and then the one size down is full of the tea.
Yeah. See? Ready. That's why your instrument's going to work forever.
Room temperature water.
Oh, see, you heard that? Everyone doesn't realize that.
Cold, bad.
Cold water is not good for your vocal cords, but it's also not even good for digestion.
No.
Even though it feels and tastes amazing. You're slowing everything down.
Put a little cold water on your face, drink that room temperature water, you'll feel just as good.
There you go.
So with the amount that you are working, and I don't see this slowing down anytime, CityScape is getting bigger and better. Your catalog is absolutely insane. The sales team here is fantastic. That's the nice thing about working with EMG is literally top down. There's not a single person where I'm like, I'm not sure. Everybody's a rock star. So with the amount of work that you're doing, what do you do when you have you time?
Loaded question. I do so many things, but if I think about turning everything off, I really love to sit in my room in silence. Like, boring. What? But me time to sit and think is the best in the world.
Yes.
And since I'm so active and always singing, dancing, doing this, doing that, working, sometimes I just need to turn it off. Everyone get away from me. I just need a minute.
People always listen. People always ask, "Oh, so what do you listen to when it's just you in the car?" And it's funny because going to a wedding, I have an idea. I don't do sets.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't pre-program weddings. I build off the dance floor, but I listen to podcasts on the way there because I don't want to distort what the bride and groom have asked for by listening to maybe a radio station X or whatever. And then on the way home, I'm with you.
Right.
Windows down, if the weather permits.
Yes.
Windows down, cruise control on.
Please.
I'm like a 68 mile an hour person because I pull a trailer.
Oh, yeah.
And that hour and a half home is just me.
Peace.
Oh.
Peace on earth. The same here. You know, in the mornings, I'm going to start with, on the way to the gig, I'm going to listen to your first dance, the songs that we're singing, just to get it locked in. If it's not already, but usually it is because we're hitting the night right.
Oh, yeah.
But on the way home, that breeze, that quiet, there's nothing like that.
No, there really isn't. We've kind of gotten the high sign. This has gotten away from me. I've had such a great time chatting with you.
Love you, Matty.
If you don't mind, I'd like to do, let's see if I can push the right button here. A couple rapid questions. Get it? Rapid fire questions. There it is. We have some more listeners. Hey, everybody.
Hi, friends.
See, they're only listening to one side of the headphone at a time and not sharing with their friends. 4 people
love
can
that.
listen if you're going that way.
That's true. She's like, wait, I have to think about this. I'm drinking my wine.
All right, so we're getting into the rapid questions, and that
Rapid
fire is
fire.
brought to you by EMG's own drummer, Steven Saltball. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to hit us with a little groove for the rapid fire questions. So, Remy, I got to get you out of here in just a couple of moments because you are performing this evening. So, no thinking. Answer as quickly as you can.
Okay.
Here we go. Can you hear me?
ready.
Let me lower this a little bit for you.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. Ice cream, vanilla or chocolate?
Vanilla.
That's right, because we're adults. Vacation, lie on a beach, or sightsee till I drop?
Sightsee till I drop.
You and me both. We should go.
Damn.
Drinks, ice or no? We kind of went over that.
Yeah, well, if it's alcoholic, ice. Water, no ice.
Fantastic. Comedian or magician?
Magician.
Oh, fantastic. Showers, hot or cold?
Hot. Burning.
Yes, tear that
Furnace.
skin right off. Melt it
Please.
off. Beer, wine, liquor, or champagne?
Ooh. Depending on the occasion, champagne, otherwise liquor.
Yes. What's your liquor of choice?
Maker's Mark.
There it is. Wow. Wasn't expecting that. That's
You
kind
thought
of
Remy Martin, but I like Remy
Martin.
Martin too, but Maker's Mark. Yeah.
Yankees, Mets, or other?
Mets.
That's fantastic. It's a nice day. Are we going for a walk in the park or a nice drive?
A drive.
Yes. Does pineapple belong on pizza?
Absolutely not. Oh, God.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
Manicure or pedicure? We went over this as well. You're a both.
Both.
But you can only pick one.
Manicure, you could see that more.
Nice. I like it. Movies. Are we going to the theater or are we streaming at home?
Movies.
Yes. Okay, I'm going to save this one for last because this one's big. So we'll go
God.
there.
Okay.
This one I wrote specifically for you. See a play or be in a play?
You know what? See the play. It's so much more work to be on the other side.
Wash your own car? Go to the car wash or just keep it dirty?
Go to the car wash. I'm not cleaning anything.
Alexa or Siri?
Siri.
Book or magazine?
Magazine.
Now, this one I wrote specifically for you. This is the oldest debate that EMG has ever had. It's exceptionally polarizing.
Okay.
We are going to end on this, so I want to say thank you, Remy. It has been an absolute pleasure to do this with you. Last question. This can make or break our relationship because so far we line up on almost everything.
All right.
This is the EMG debate that has been going on for over a decade.
Oh, God. Okay.
Girl Scout cookies, Team Samoa or Thin Mints for life?
Samoa.
Remy, I'm sorry, you lost it at the end there. I thought we were going to have a wonderful vacation where we drank iceless drinks and
Chocolate and mint is vile.
Wait, so you're not good with the entire idea? It's
Mint
not just
ice
the
cream.
cookie.
Oh, God, no. I'll eat gum, though, because
Yes?
fresh breath.
I have learned a lot about Remy Martin today. I hope you've learned the same. You can check him out along with everybody from CityScape and the Park Avenue Horns at EMG. That is elegantmusicgroup.com, or check us out on all your social. Remy, thank you again so much. I've taken up way too much of your time. Do me a favor, head on over to the Experience Center, meet these beautiful clients, and go be amazing as you always are.
See you next time.
You can find us at elegantmusicgroup.com or on Instagram at